We in the Bronx. So you said you're having an issue with the overheating, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, so let me pull this apart. Did you custom build this or was it a pre-build?
Pre-built.
Nice. Got a 5080. What processor do you have? I'm just gonna turn it on first. We're gonna see when you say overheating. I wanna know like what temperatures we get to. Is it overheating bad where it turns off?
It did a few times.
Yeah. Well, did you run any tests? Oh, you have hardware info. These Ryzen CPUs just run really hot. It's normal if they hit the 90s, but no, not idle at 95, no. So here's like a big misconception. If you open up an application, like if I were to open up Spotify right now, and your temperature spike, it's completely normal. It is not normal for this to be at 90 degrees at idle. If you're crashing, you're probably hitting TJ max. It's gonna thermal throttle, so it's gonna slow down the CPU speed so it can keep the thermals in check. Our CCD1 die hit 98. We weren't doing anything, you know, we just tried downloading an app. See your fans up here? None of them are spinning.
Last time I checked, they were spinning.
If you look, none of the fans are spinning. So these fans are connected usually to one pin. When I was going to school in 2018, man, the computer science program was so slow. It was so boring.
Yeah, I went to the city side.
So you would know your GPU overclock is bad because your games would crash. Your graphics drivers would crash. Don't worry, we're going to fix it. You didn't have any damage to it, right? Water damage or drop? Or
maybe a little, but...
Water damage, you're saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you, it's really hard for these fans to die. Yeah, the cable management's very, very good, actually. Let's remove this bad boy. Yeah, this is your primary, and these guys connect to it. We needed this one as a replacement.
I've never really invested for PC.
Well, the good thing is I've been working on computers for like 12 years. Just gonna like quickly just hand screw them. The point right now is to test, get this to hopefully working condition so you can use it again. If not, what we can do, I can go, probably Micro Center will have like a kit like this. Just get you another kit, you know. This radiator is not gonna dissipate heat. Just by itself with like free cooling. You need fans to push that heat out. Who? Starforge?
Yeah, so
Yeah, unless they want to send you out the correct fan that powers the entire system. They sent you the wrong one. If this is, again, the issue, we're going to confirm here in a second. Because it is connected. You are getting power. It's not spinning, which means that main fan is probably dead. The only other unlikely event is that the pin on the motherboard where you plug it in, that could be bad, but I very highly doubt that. Unless water damage, if any, went directly to that port on the motherboard, or the chip that reads that port. These are very unlikely events, but listen, man, everything is possible. If that's the case, then you just need a new motherboard. But hopefully that's not the issue, because if it is, then everything has to come out. It is really stiff though, like you said. They basically run on these little pins, they touch each other, and it powers the other fans. That means that this single fan itself is not good. And unfortunately, you got dealt bad luck because they sent the wrong fan. And I don't blame you, because how are you supposed to know? But they should have been specific and said, hey, which fan do you need? Your solution is, if you want to keep this set of these two other fans, is to get that fan that powers all three of them, and you know, you have to wait and send this back. If you want to do it that way, you know, through the RMA process, or I can go to Micro Center and we can swap it out. You know, today you can get some very inexpensive fans that will do the same job. Let me swap these fans out. Whatever Intel processor this had, it does not compare to that 9800 X3D. That is the king one.
yeah.
Now we go back here. That thing's a beast, man, and you got a 5080 in there. That's beautiful.
It's supposed to be a 5090, but they sold out.
What's your resolution? Like your monitor. Listen, the 5080 is gonna do more than enough for you. Even with the 5090, there are games at native resolution without running like these upscalers like DLSS. It's gonna have a hard time running it. Unless, again, you're looking for strictly raw performance. Benchmarking and looking at your thermals is like a must. You obviously then have to know, like, hey, what do I do with this information? Let's take all of these out. I like hide them or whatever. Literally has just one cable. Even before, like, I started doing this in 2014, I think I built my first computer. You go down the loophole, and then you're like, okay, I kind of want to learn this. And that's what I did. And then I was like, yo, I really like fixing computers. I go to so many jobs where They're like, oh yeah, we already had somebody come here, but they couldn't fix it. Honestly, that kind of pisses me off. Let's say somebody else came here and they said, yeah, I see your CPU's overheating, like you need to change out your CPU. You'd probably get a second opinion if you're smart. Most of the time, people are like trying to screw you over. Well, yes, exactly. So that's a very good insight that you brought up. Can you get a false reading? You absolutely could. You can plug in the pump to receive power, but the actual pump is not working and it's not spinning water around. You know? Yeah, the thermal paste was fine. It's still wet. You got some paper towel? Oh, perfect. Okay. Okay. And when you screw this in, you always gotta try to do it evenly. My glasses decided to die, so here I am to provide some context. What's up, guys? I wanted to make this quick video. First of all, to say hello. For those of you that know me, hi. For those of you that don't and are seeing me for the first time, I guess this is a face reveal. So basically, the issue was clearly overheating on the processor. It could be a bunch of different things that could be causing that issue. The pump could fail. It could be as simple as your fan's not spinning. It could also be due to a very bad overclock that will most likely kill your processor, or the thermal paste has dried out and obviously not taking all that heat out. It could be other things too. But obviously this issue was that the fans weren't spinning that were connected to the radiator. So you had no heat being pushed out. I also did apply new thermal paste to this computer just in case, because it was over 2 years old and it was drying up a little bit. It was still on the wet side, but you know, just as a courtesy, why not? You know, it doesn't hurt. And the thermals went back down to normal. At idle, we were sitting at 70 and even like high 90s, like 95, which is again thermal throttling or TJ Max. And we were able to bring them down to the 40s at idle. We ran a rendering benchmark as well, and we were in the 70s. So all of the issues that computer had with overheating were fixed. Also, I want to take some time here to thank all the editors that edit videos, because I had about an hour of footage from this project, and it took me, I swear, I think like 4 hours to edit all of it down to a 6-minute video. Wow, just a round of applause for you guys that are editors.